There's so many challenges that face the senior market, and they can learn much more by going to your website with the resources. For Alzheimer's, that is an incredible challenge. And just tell us, overall, how prevalent that is.
Oh, it's huge, and the numbers are growing. The statistics
Maybe first, what is Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's disease is, basically affects the brain. I don't get into a whole lot of the statistical stuff because there's people that really cover that well. But basically, it's a form of memory loss. It's a form of dementia, which there are many, many forms of dementia. So it's critical for people to actually get to a geriatric professional who can really diagnose this disease. That was a mistake our family made. My mom is now 81. She started having,
and her name?
And her name is Dorothy.
Okay, Dorothy.
Dorothy Meister, and she started having memory problems in her mid-50s. Looking back, it was probably depression, but definitely by her early 60s, she was having some dementia. We brought her to her family doctor of 40-some years, who really didn't test her properly. She passed the test, and it was not approachable until my dad came down with brain cancer in the mid-90s, and then we needed to get her diagnosed because we knew there were significant problems. So we were all still functioning okay and hiding it well, as we all do. And when that report came back, it was devastating. My mom had a very difficult time. It was like 2 or 3 days of very intense testing. Just drove her absolutely crazy, and it came back. She's about a 3-year-old, don't let her out of your sight. Now here they're living up at the lake at the end of a peninsula, and he doesn't even want to go into the mailbox by herself. And so it would have been helpful to get that diagnosis earlier, because we could have gotten her on medication and had a better family plan. Even though it's scary, it's a scary step, it's really a critical step to get out there and get that diagnosis. Because if it's not, then deal with whatever is causing it, but ignoring it, it's not going to go away.
Now there's therapy that she gets now, and I believe part of that is music therapy?
Yeah, music therapy. She actually is in her end stages, so she was on hospice for a little while and was getting that for about a month. And then with hospice, she improved, and so now she's discontinued from that. But I also hired a private music therapist for her, which was absolutely fantastic. Music is so critical. There was just an article yesterday in the Wall Street Journal about that, and that'll be out at...
And maybe they'll be on your website?
It'll be on the website.
Okay.
But talking up how incredible that, your mom might forget your name, but she still knows the words to the song, which kids find very offensive, and very upsetting, but they're back in time. And they become so peaceful. Someone who is almost in a coma-like state will just awaken. The eyes open, the fingers start tapping. I mean, it's absolutely, it's like that movie Cocoon when they all jump into the pool and they all awaken. I always tell people, if you have the chance, turn off the TV and put on music of their era. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
And Laura, you were kind enough to bring a tape that we're going to share, if that's okay, that has Dorothy with some of the music therapy. Would you like, we're going to have a part of that. Would you like to introduce that? Oh,
yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. We had my mom for about a half an hour. We were going to do an hour, but she only could last about a half an hour. My mom sleeps a lot now. And so Barbara came in and
the therapist,
and sang the most incredible, fun songs to her and got her going, and my mom's eyes opened, and she doesn't have great control over her movement, but she was shaking her hand to the rhythm and trying to remember the words, and she was just so happy. It was such a gift to get that tape. I can't imagine not having it now. I would really encourage people.
We're going to share part of that with our viewers right now.
Okay,
and this
wonderful.
Is, Dorothy, your mom, and we'll see Barbara.
And then myself
and
on there.
Lori. Okay, please join us in watching part of that tape.
Welcoming everybody, so. Did you ever go out to a baseball game ever? Oh, yeah. Oh, Here we go, ready? 4 is 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. 4 is 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey, hey. That was fabulous. I think you liked.
Thank you, Lori, for sharing that tape with us. And is the music therapy continuing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it looks like a great deal of fun, very effective. So you strongly recommend that, and there's the proof.
Yeah, and you don't always need to have a therapist there. It's just buy a CD player for their room and, you know, put their music on.
Yeah, buy their music, what they like.
What they like, correct.
Remember.
That is critical, because like any parent will tell you, they don't like their kids' music,
Yes. Right.
you know, for the most part.
Mine too, yeah.
Yep, so, you know, for my mom, it's Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett and the big bands, and it's incredible. It's absolutely fantastic, yeah.
Sure.